But these are the sort of things that if we actually are making that effort to sit quietly from time to time, and we are solid in our motivation, and that the motivation for doing what we do is not based around self-gratification, but it's based around the wider good, then it's just amazing what we can tap into. And personally, I believe, I'm very much convinced that this is part of our own capability. It's not divine intervention or anything like that. This is part of our right brain capability to tap into that wider connectivity. And it's being shut down deliberately, because everything about the medications, everything about the junk food, everything about the fluoride in the water, the chemtrails, it's all part of an attack to shut down our right brain so that we do not have this connectivity and that we're locked into the tyranny of the left brain. Because the left brain is the seat of the ego. The left brain is the part of the brain that wants to think it can control everything and dominate everything. And once the ego actually is under control, and once it acknowledges that it has a role to play, but it's a role, not a leadership role, it's a role. And then once we allow that wider connectivity to kick in through the right brain, what we can achieve individually is quite remarkable. What we can achieve collectively is so far beyond the bounds of perception of those who think that they're going to rule the planet, that we're going to come through this. We're absolutely going to come through this. I believe that with all my heart. You know, I mean, if I didn't think that, then I would be on the golf course or whatever, you know, just playing out my time. I absolutely believe that the awakening process is gaining pace at such a phenomenal rate of knots. And we're seeing that with things like the Occupy movement, etc., etc. We're seeing that with a number of people that are coming along to events like this. I'm sure, you know, Warren sees it with the growing audience that he has for his DVDs and books, etc. And all of us have a role to play. It's a different role because everybody has different skills, different interests, different resources, but even sowing the seeds with friends and neighbours, even sharing with them what I've shared with you about the preparations that can be made for what's coming. And when it comes, people will come to you and say, how did you know? And then they might start listening to everything else that you've got to tell them. But this is the key issue here. We can come through this. We will come through this. Every one of us has a role to play. Individually we're a sort of a little pinprick. We're irritants individually. But it's like the 200,000 people not paying their mortgages in Florida. Collectively, we have enormous power.